All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, and to the Bayashah Debadah, the house of David. All right, this is Men of Valor, Las Vegas Camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, but without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started on camp. We're going to get right into these prophecies, okay? Which the prophecies that you're seeing that are starting to more so come to pass. We're going to touch on this MOTB, all right? Salakia, hold on. All right, and talk about all the things that are that are about to come to pass. All right, here it is. You're seeing in the news, all these things are starting to happen. Hey, war is starting to move forward. All right, if you've been watching and being a watchman, you have NATO. NATO sending 300,000 troops. All right, over to the Middle East. All right, to summon. Hey, basically these nations are being summoned for war. All right, so this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the World War III. All right. They just lowered the requirements to be a part of the military. All right. You don't need a GED or you don't need a diploma to be able to join the military now. And that's in the loom of the draft. All right. And remember that you want it to be equals. You women, all right, you wanted to have equal opportunity. All right. So now you're going to equally get your ass drafted too. All right.
And then you got the BRICS.
I was just about to say
the G7 summit, but the BRICS, the allies coming together against the NATO and EU. All right, Yahweh Shemel Shah is setting them up to become another world power. All right, and then what's going to happen through prophecy is that the other nations that are tied to NATO and EU are going to break off, and turn their backs to America. All right, and BRICS consists of what? Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
They got two that want to sign off: Argentina and Brazil.
Yeah, Iran, yes. So that, and those are two people trying to join onto that body.
Hey, that's the weak saying that they're strong. All right, and these nations are coming on together. Why? Because all these nations are being summoned to battle. Right. But we're gonna get into that. Let's get into this MOTB. And hey, what is it? Not Sweden. Who just oh man, Slovakia. It skipped my. They just now switched over to the digital. Well, it was Jamaica. Jamaica is fully switched over. All right. To that digital. All right, digital currency. All right, and there was another one. Slovakia, it's slipping my mind right now. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into Slovakia. Abaratazar, come back. Start at 14.
Revelations 13, starting at 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he hath power to do in the sight of the beast.
All right. So those means of miracles are the powers to do of the beast. All right. Those miracles, hey, are were performed and are being performed. All right. Are being performed by the technology. All right. And giving it life to speak. Salaki, I'll let you go ahead and finish. I was just
saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live.
God, so this system, all right, this whole beast is the system, all right, the philosophy, the ideology of America, all right, starting from the doctrine of America, all right. You got the Christianity, you got Aleister Crowley, do as thy will, all right. You have the way that everything is set up, all right, the whole 9 yards across the border, all right. This is a system, all right. This is a system that is given. All right. Go ahead.
15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and caused that as many as would not worship the beast, worship the image of the beast, should be killed.
God. So if you won't bow down to this system of the beast, all right, and their technocracy or their laws, all right, that they're putting, their unrighteous decrees that they're putting forward, all right, you're going to have here a troubled time, all right. If you will not bow down, that as many should be killed, all right, for all these things that are coming to pass, and the power to give image unto the beast. The beast is speaking loud and clear. You see these prophecies flying off the pages, all right, from Neuralink to the RFID. All right, go ahead.
16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, to receive that grain of rice, that RFID in the right hand. All right, being allowing you to have this bug. All right, this bug in you to be able to have all your information stored. All right, to have your financial, to have your medical stored. All right, here it is. You got pestilence coming out, and this MOTB is going to be supposed to be able to detect all this stuff. All right, so that you won't have to carry a wallet. You won't need anything. Everything that you need is supposed to be in this Wally Mart. All right, and Salakia, the Neuralink as well. All right, let's not forget about Elon Musk and the trials that he's doing. He's now, I think it's supposed to be by the end of this year, the clinical human trials are supposed to be happening. All right. So even though that you don't see, even though that you're not hearing of it on the daily, you still have things moving forward. And don't forget about Facebook's metaverse. Okay, metaverse is out there, and everything that they're pushing forward with the metaverse are the things that are happening. All right, unrighteous decrees are happening. Everything is moving along to Esau's according to plan, as he thinks. All right, and we ultimately know that it is Yahweh's plan. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
17. And that no man might buy or sell, except he have the charagma and the number of the beast, or the number. So I'm going to start all over. 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
God. So you won't be able to buy or sell, and you see how this digital system is coming into play. You got the petrodollar, all right, falling. You have these systems collapsing. All right, they're making their financial systems collapse. All right,
the economy going to shit, you know. And watch what happened right after this holiday.
Right.
All right. Hey, I was talking to this brother earlier today. That I spoke with this, this man, when I was working, and he's forced to do gig work, because his retirement fund. He said he lost $15,000 on it, and then it went down again, 15%. And I'm telling you, hey, the best thing to do is cash that out, because it's only going to go down from here. I remember an article that came out back in October saying that they're going to do away with people's retirement funds.
Right, and their 401ks.
Right, the government is going to hit those up. All right, and then that money that you had worked so hard for in reserve, so you could live a great life after your days of slavery. All right, after that 9 to 5. All right, it's all going to be worthless.
God.
All right, that's unrighteous decrees.
Right, and that's many things. That's the many things to come. All right, the many things to come. Hey, with the financial portion of America collapsing, is going to give a perfect opportunity for them to present something anew. All right, and they're going to present it to you as a benefit. All right, you have looming famines. Okay, you have the rent moratoriums. All right, you have rent prices going up and wages going down. You have jobs being terminated. Okay, you have more pestilence coming. All right, there's been so many studies. All right, so many studies of the things that are happening and what is to come. Because remember, they told you this. They told you this a year ago. They told you this 2 years ago. All right, that this was going to happen. All we're seeing right now is the effects of everything that had taken place. All right, before. Now this is the very thing when they said, hey, there's going to be food shortages. All right, you can't say Biden didn't tell you. All right, because he told you a year ago. All right, gas prices. Hey, Trump told you on gas prices if this man gets into office. All right, they're telling you. They're telling you for a reason. All right, so they can laugh in your face. Okay. Hey, that's one of the Illuminati's decrees. All right, they have to hide it in plain sight. They have to tell you before it happens. All right, so they can act as if they are the Most High. All right, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai knows all things. All right, and he revealeth all things unto his servants, the prophets. So this, on the left-hand side, this devil is trying to do the same thing because he's trying to mimic the Most High. Okay?
This article, it's on ndtv.com. It was back in March of this year. And it says, the title of it is, "These countries are considering a central bank digital currency. Here are their timelines and statuses." All right, we know that some of these already, pushed it forward. And to go into this is from the central bank digital currency. That's the central bank, is the main hub.
Your Federal Reserves.
Right. So everybody goes to is linked to them.
Right.
You already know who has control of them.
Right. The Gettys, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts,
right. So elite,
the Oppenheimers.
They're going to use this system, to create that NWO. All right. This is where everything's going to lead back to, when they implement the MOTB.
Right.
All right. The CHIP. This is it says, I'm just going to read the countries outlined in it. Some of them already went. It says the Bahamas, and theirs is a sand dollar. All right, Nigeria,
yep.
Eastern Caribbean Union, which holds several, islands. Antigua, Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Kitts, and the list goes on. India, Russia, Sweden, China, Jamaica, Canada. It says USA. I'll read what it says about Babylon the Great. The CBDC here is under research status. In March 2022, that the Joe Biden administration signed an executive order to promote responsible innovation in the field of digital assets. All right, so the bill, the laws already wrote.
All right, they prescribe. All right, already these laws beforehand.
Right, that's Isaiah 10:1. If somebody want to bring that out. The UK. All right, it says Mexico. All right, and it says in Mexico plan launched by 2024. Pakistan is set to release in 2025, and that's just some of them. We know that these elites are really planning to have the whole world under this. So that means every country in the world is going to start. You're going to start slowly seeing them releasing, and that still wasn't the one that you were talking about, right?
No, it was just a new one.
But if you think it was probably South Africa,
right, because it's all that was happening with those
with the BRICS and everything. Those countries, China, Russia, India, they already have that system set up. Okay, so they're gonna be the first ones to really be pushing that within their group. And then
China's almost done with theirs.
And then you're gonna see everybody play catch up.
Right. Hey, and that's like the brother just read. He said they're basically in a holding pattern, a waiting status here in America. All right, because hey, Yahweh Shimei Shai has them holding it off right now because they're adding insult to injury. Okay, here it is. You have I forgot what brother that posted it, but I believe is over in what is it? Over in no, it's over in Nigeria where the deposits to make the lithium battery, right? They're sending the weapons that are supposed to go over to Ukraine, all right? Supposed to go over to Ukraine. They're sending a lot of weapons over to Africa, all right? So they can have that genocide, all right? That is being documented. All right, but they're keeping it quiet. They have all these things that keep on happening, these elections and so on and so forth, these bread and circus, all right, to keep the people deaf, dumb, and blind. All right, go ahead and pull it up. Yeah.
So Isaiah 10:1, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Said Isaiah.
I said Isaiah 10:1.
Yeah, that's not that.
You called. What'd you call for? Slock it.
Isaiah 10. Isaiah should be Isaiah 10:1. Maybe it's 9:1. It should be maybe 10:2. What's 10:2 say?
To turn aside the needy.
No. No.
Slock it.
Thought it was
A little bit off today.
yeah, it's 10:1. Yeah, you're not reading in Isaiah though. You're in the wrong book.
You're at 13. Yeah, 13. I see that.
Come on, I got it right here though. Isaiah 10:1, it says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed."
Yeah, you decree unrighteous decrees. The unrighteous decrees are the laws that you set forth. All right, and you had prescribed them before time. All right, you have them on the books already, such as what is it called? Agenda 2020. All right, all these other laws that you have put in place till now. All right, and there's so many more examples. Okay.
But behold, this was in plan a long time ago,
right,
to switch everything over.
That's what they got Biden in his 40s talking about this. All right, when what's his name? Bill Clinton was in office.
Right.
Talking about it, and you can look it up.
I'm gonna read this. I got another article pulled up from. Let me let this ghetto bird pass. Now, if you want to grab Jeremiah 1:9, and that shows what the prophets are doing. We're exposing that truth. This is a federalreserve.gov, and the title of this is saying this is on their website. What is a central bank digital currency? A CBDC is a digital form of central bank money that is widely available to the general public. Central bank money refers to money that is a liability of the central bank. In the United States, there are currently 2 types of central bank money: physical currency issued by the Federal Reserve and digital balances held by commercial banks at the Federal Reserve. I got a little bit more. And it says, while Americans have long held money predominantly in a digital form, for example, in bank accounts, payment apps, or through online transactions, a CBDC would differ from existing digital money available to the general public because a CBDC would be a liability of the Federal Reserve, not of a commercial bank. So right there, liability. And if you go into that word, a liability, they just look it up real quick because it's a problem.
definition.
Liability on Google, it says the state of being responsible for something, especially by law, a person or thing whose presence or behavior is likely to cause embarrassment or put one at a disadvantage.
So they took you from a promissory note, right, to a liability.
Right. Right. So that central bank, that CBDC digital currency, central bank digital currency is going to be a liability, a hindrance, for everybody else not ready for it. If you're not ahead of the curve, you're gonna be asked out, and that's when this is gonna come into play.
That's what they're gonna have.
All right, that's when they're gonna hit you with that that grain of rice, saying that they're gonna create that order out of chaos.
Right. This is what they want to do. They want to have that making that order out of chaos. When they have that, they're going to give you incentives. All right, just as they did during their Icky Vicky.
And when the Bahamas, released their digital currency, they gave these Benji, they gave them 3 bands, to switch over.
Right. So, hey, and when you can't buy, sell, or trade, or Salakia, when you can't buy or sell, all right, unless you have it, it's gonna cause a lot of people to go off and get that because they need their bread. All right, they need their physical bread. Here it is too. This is when you're gonna start seeing the stores, hey, carry more stuff. Everything's gonna come back in stock. All right, you're gonna have the ability to get more stuff. All right, because hey, there has to be a benefit. Those boats aren't sitting out in the ocean for no reason. All right, that stock is still out there. All right, yeah, all the ports, that's still out there. Okay, so it's going to continue. It's those things that are going to amp up. All right, this is the year of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai turning up, deemed by Apostle Tahar.
And as the word said it itself, it's going to be a liability. So what's going to be embarrassed? The economic state of this country, Babylon the Great. What does it say? And also either says in, I believe, Ezekiel, they shall neither not regard their gold or silver. They shall cast it into the street. Right, your money ain't gonna be good over here no more. You're gonna have to have, that digital currency.
It's that very thing that they do right now. All right, that they're looking at right now, and the prices are dropping.
Right, you ain't gonna be able to feed your kids. You ain't gonna be able to put clothes on your back. All right, you ain't gonna be able to enter a grocery store without bowing down to this beast system.
God, I said prices going down, prices going up.
Right, with the inflation, the hyperinflation at that. Yep. And hyper, that at a higher, faster rate.
Right.
Outrageously. Man, I got a quick preset before that. This is Second Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
God, unless Satan should get an advantage of us, all right? Unless we're not watching, unless we're not paying attention, he's gonna get an advantage over us and take us down. All right, this is his whole plan, to take the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai down first and foremost, but let the rest of the world follow, so he can perform his vain lust. All right, that he may get his system, his new system, allocated into place. All right, so that he may be as if he is the Most High.
Right, because what is the Most High? He puts you in a low case. So you have no other resort, to reach out to him if you're of his people.
God.
All right. And what does Isaiah 14:1 say? That, he exalts himself to be the Most High. God. So these devils is just playing God. They playing and trying to actually, they using their technology, create.
Right. They have a God complex. They want to create to be the Most High. Only the Most High can make you a God. All right, and in the power that they have right now, right, is their form of godhood, but they won't be able to perform their wicked lusts.
Right, and whatever they do to to kind of go against the Most High, their technology can never surpass the power, you know. So
I got it. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 4, and it reads, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring them down, saith Yahweh. All right, so Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to bring them down for exalting themselves. All right, above the stars. This man thinks that he is the Most High. All right, he sets himself above the Most High. I don't know how to pronounce it. This Stearns, the collider. All right, the atom splitter.
the sister,
Yeah, cisterns.
Right. They better launch that.
Yeah, on July 5th. All right, that's going to open up all types of hell to come into this world. All right. Hey, that's because this devil has a complex of playing God.
Right. He know what time it is.
God.
Grab
But he have a little time.
grab that as well. You grab that, and then I was also thinking, Daniel 4:17, that the Most High set it up the basis of men. All right, so he could tell, he ruled in the kingdom of men, and set it up whomsoever he pleased. All right. And 4:17. And I'll grab a Revelation. Because all these acts that they're doing is coming down. It's that chicken time. It's the doomsday clock. But this is the righteous side of it.
Hey, you see, they not putting the doomsday clock on TV right now. All right. Usually, because it hasn't been set back yet. All right. It's only been moving forward, and they haven't set it back yet.
This is the longest period. Is they ain't moved it back.
God. So now you got an issue. You don't want to show that anymore because this is the very time. All right. Now you'll have people in the world measuring more so. Okay, go ahead.
It's Daniel 7:4. This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand of the word of the holy ones, to the intent of the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
God. Hey, it's the intent of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to let you know that he's ruling in the kingdom of men. That's why he has his men out on the highways and byways, proclaiming his name and speaking his prophecies, speaking his truth, letting you know that Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, is Lord. All right? Letting you know that, hey, these prophecies must come to pass. This stuff must happen. All right? There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's going to happen exactly the way he says as well. All right? To prophesy is to tell you before it happens, before time. Okay?
Yeah. And giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
He give it to whoever he will. All right? And he gave it to these other nations for a time. All right? Every nation has had their time to rule. All right? Esau, Edom has had the best time to rule for him. All right, because that's the whipping stick of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, for the nation of Israel from going off. All right, so this devil had to be able to fulfill his blessing. All right, it was his blessing to have the sword and have the fatness of the earth. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is just in all his ways. All right, so know that he did this for a reason, in the betterment of his nation, and ultimately to set up his people. All right, if you can receive it.
I got Revelation 12:12. Therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, the devil knowing he but have a short time. All right. Woe unto you. All right. Woe unto you, because this devil is about to come down with great wrath. He's about to start. Hey, pestilence is already going out. All right. you already have decrees that are certain on the books that are on the books. You have the police, all right, not answering every call. Here it is. The police don't even have to protect and serve. Okay, they have they have so many laws that are unrighteous decrees to put you in this horrible case, in this horrible fucking situation. All right, but it's ultimately by the will and power of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai for Babylon's wickedness. All right, for the whoredoms of this fucking filthy whore. Right. All right.
God. Isaiah 30:1. Woe unto the rebellious children, said Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may
31.
Isaiah 31:1. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on the horses and trust in the chariots, because they are many.
God. So woe unto you that go unto Egypt for help. All right. Woe unto you that believe in this system, that believe in your police departments, your military. All right. Woe unto you for all that is coming. Okay. Here it is. You're going to believe in the might of Babylon. All right, Babylon the Great, aka Rome 2.0, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt. All right, you're gonna believe on this defiled bitch to lead you into salvation. All right, as if this bitch is gonna get any fucking better. All right, this place is gonna die by thermonuclear fire. Thus saith the Bible. And if you don't want to adhere to the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, then fuck you and get on. All right, you will know death by pain. Continue, lock it.
And the horsemen.
You got something on that too? Con.
And the horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Con, you look not to the Holy One of Israel. You look not to your Maker. All right, you look to these fucking devils. All right, you look to all these fucking other nations, and chiefly Esau, Edom. You thinking the Chinese man thinking he's gonna be the fucking next up. The Russian thinks he's gonna be the next up. The Indian man thinks he's gonna be the next up. All you fuckers are gonna die through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for your disobedience.
They Psalms 2, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing?
I was just about to pull that.
And the heathen rage, rage, if you go into that word, the etymology, the Hebrew, it means to conspire. All right. So all these other nations, these heathen nations are conspiring against, the Israelites, in everything that they do. Going back to Psalms 83. Okay. They all taking a part in the affliction of our people, so they can stay in power. All right. But the Lord has it set up to where America's not going to stand in that time. All right. At the end of everything, it's going to be set up exactly how Yahweh Shemi Al Shai had it, so everything's good in his pleasure. His will be done.
Isaiah 31:2. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words.
So Yahweh Shemi Al Shai is not going to call back his word from being performed. All right, from putting you 2/3 to death, pursuing to the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8.
Right. And then saving his elect.
All right, and saving the elect, the 1/3 of his people. All right, Yahweh Shemi Al Shai is justified. All right, from you wicked ass niggas. All right, and you other heathen ass nations. Right. Yeah, finish that and then you can
But will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity.
God, so Yahweh Shemi Al Shai is going to rise against the house of the evildoers, all right, which is chiefly Esau, Edom, all right, and these other nations, all right, are his helpers, all right, and the 2/3, because the 2/3 of the nation of Israel are pursuant to John 8:44. They're after their father, the devil, and over his lust they will do, roughly paraphrasing scripture, all right. As he was a murderer, so are these 2/3 ass niggas that walk around here in the street, and these fucking females. All right. You follow after this system and you believe in this system. The system ain't got nothing for you. All right? But you sit here and cling on to this system as it's something.
Gotta make, make a heaven on earth, but on this lowly side, where you're meant to be, nothing but a proverb, a byword, and a reproach.
Huh.
All right. It says in what's that, Jeremiah 4? It says, my people are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
Oh.
All right. I got a precept. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." All right. And we know that Egypt is spiritually, or Babylon the Great is spiritually what? Sodom and Egypt. Egypt for the captivity, and Sodom for that last month's spirit.
Right.
All right. And what does it say about pride? All right. It's an abomination unto the Lord, right? And being that, the leaders of this country are so prideful, they got something coming to them, man.
Oh.
And everybody that follow around it. Let me finish this real quick. Verse 11, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." And how do you smite Egypt as the plagues of before? All right.
Hey, you smite Egypt as the plagues before. Hey, all those things that are coming to pass, the famine, all right, the financial system dropping, locusts, pestilence, water, the water drying up of the Nile, diesel fuel.
Those rivers are actually connected, to the United States. The Mississippi is a branch off of the Nile.
Yahweh Shemi Shai is strategically breaking not only America down, but this world and its entire fucking wicked ass system. All right, because who's in rule? All right. Hey, what is it? Roughly paraphrasing scripture, as the king is, so is the people. All right. The king of the earth right now is who? Esau, Edom. All right. And so that means all the people who follow after the system are defiled as such. So the whole system has to be broken. The whole system has to be broken down and revamped. That's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not only coming to visit the land of America, but coming to visit the world the world that he made. All right, in its entirety. All right, but America, Babylon the Great, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt, aka Rome 2.0, this bitch is going to burn. All right, by thermonuclear fire, and will be decimated and wiped off the face of the map. All right, your sons and your daughters they're better gear up for war. All right, because now that diploma is not needed, that GED is not needed, and your daughter wanted to have equal fucking rights, she's gonna get her ass in there and she's gonna get shot up and die too, just like your sons. Burnt the fuck up.
Right, and you know how they use the media to pretty much pre-predict things that are going to happen. Well, what were they doing? When I was watching the news before when Ukraine was gearing up for war and everything, they had and that a lot of those people in the news are paid actors, right? But they had little kids, loading up little rifles. All right, they had old ass grandmas looking like they was about to be on the front line, teaching them how to shoot and shit. Oh. And that's all just that television, it's all part of their media programming, their predictive programming to get you to see something that they might have to do to you.
Right, so you can find a little bit more acceptance in it.
Right. Oh, well, I seen that they had to do that in Ukraine, knowing that damn well they didn't have to. Right. They ain't got grandmas in their 80s, firing shit on the front line. Little kids loading up guns for them. They ain't got that.
Right.
They ain't doing that yet. They might.
It's coming. All right.
It might come to that.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 2:14. The wise man's eyes are in his hand, but the fool walketh in darkness.
God, the wise man's eyes are in his hand, but the fool walketh in darkness. All right. The 2/3 are you're fools. All right. You walk in darkness, not being circumspect of the times. All right. Not understanding what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is doing. You're not being a watchman. You're not adhering. All right. Here it is. You can barely fucking eat. All right. You can barely fucking eat. You can barely pay your bills. All right. You go to work and you can't even make ends fucking meet. Right? You go to work each and every day and you have nothing, but you still believe in the system. You're a damn fool.
Struggling to get to work now.
God.
And now, that as you see people, making TikToks and everything, that's why, YouTube is really that unicorn that helped get the truth out.
God.
Because now you see the affliction of Esau's very own people crying about, oh, I had to make a decision today between gas and food.
God.
And food for my family.
Hey, and it's gonna come to a time where it's gonna be cheaper, all right, for you, because this devil wants to drain your pockets. It's gonna be cheaper for you to take a Uber or a Lyft, all right, so you can get to work for a time being instead of putting gas in your car.
That's the liability that we was talking about earlier. The liability of this CBDC.
God.
All right, that they're trying to implement. So liability, and look what's happening to the economic structure right now. And Joe Biden, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, we thank you. Hey, everybody give Joe Biden a hand of applause. Round of applause, Joe. Thanks, Creepy Joe. All right.
Dumbass 2/3 that voted for him. I hope you feel I hope you see the benefits of your action.
God, hey, you feel fulfilled in your duty, in your American duty to vote. All right, vote or die. Now you did both. You're voting and you have already died. A lot of you. All right, but it's more to come. All right. Thus saith the Bible.
I got something real quick. This is 1 Samuel 8 and 18, and it reads, it says, and ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen you, and the Lord will not hear you in that day.
The Lord will not hear you in that day because you did not chose not to put Yahweh Bashim Yahushua first. All right, you chose to follow after Christianity. All right,
chose to follow because really these other nations in the time of Samuel, they wanted to set up a king like the heathen.
God.
All right, they wanted to have a ruler over them that because Samuel's sons were wicked, and they wanted to set somebody up that they liked. All right, and then but we know who set it up. Man, we just read it in Daniel 17. He sets up the rulers of this place. All right, you could get it in Romans 13 chapter. All the powers that are subject, we're subject to the powers that are ordained by the Most High. All right, so the real kings and the real true leaders that are supposed to be in place are always going to be set up by the Most High. So and hey, the king's heart, who has control of the king's heart? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua does. But because you wanted to choose your own king, these are the consequences you have to suffer. And hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is just like, I'm gonna take a step back, unless y'all fall in your own devices.
Give you up to your own wild lust. All right.
No, that was it. Last week.
You can continue on that.
Well,
I'm saying what you got because the wind took mine away.
If you want to grab, you still got Jeremiah 1:9. Can you grab that real quick and I'll read these.
It's Jeremiah 1:9. Then Yahweh Bashim Yahushua put forth his hand and touches my mouth. And
It might be in the middle. Should be start at 10.
Jeremiah 1 and 10. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant.
To root out and to pull down. All right. So Yahweh Shemi Shai once again is breaking down this system systematically. All right. Brick by brick, piece by piece. All right. He will pull down and root out.
That's what he's having the prophets, you know, his men, you know, do on the highways and byways, you know, and putting up video. It says in Psalms 19, day unto day, night unto night. You know,
Crying out loud.
right. But we're exposing, you know, what this devil is doing. You know, that's the pulling and rooting out. And then we're gonna build back the house of David. Okay, that's a spiritual house, man. Hey, there's one. I got it. I got it. Says this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 6. And says, and ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in this time. Exactly. Let me start at 3. Oh,
It just went right.
right. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
God. Hey, so that man can be revealed, that son of perdition, Esau, Edom. That this system has to be taken down. All right. You have to notice these things. It did say reveal. All right. So all things are going to be revealed. Matter of fact, just because my finger was there, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19, and it reads, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. All right, so it goes to show you once again, Yahweh by Shemi Shai is pulling this place down. Can you read that one more time, Slot, before you drop it?
No,
I'm
So 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
God, so he revealeth the secrets unto his servants, the prophets, so you wouldn't be deceived.
Right.
All right.
But what's that falling away? You turning your back to the word. All right, that the prophets are speaking. You're not taking here. You know, you're not taking heed to the
prophecies,
to what's really happening right in front of you. So that's why the Lord put the blinders on you.
That party and bullshit, that party and bullshit spirit that you're in, that Alex Crowley, that America, living the best life. Right. You know, the white picket fence.
Y'all rather go out, this weekend and blow your hand off with a firework,
Right.
And we'd rather celebrate the 4th of July than get ready for the coming, and hastening for the day of the return of the Most High, or the return of Yahweh Shai. And
really for the 4th of July, it's the fourth that you die. All right. It wasn't, the 4th of July is not for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. It is actually, the 4th of July is to celebrate a place that doesn't even have a care or regard for you. All right. That's why they went ahead and gave you Juneteenth. All right. And then they gave you Juneteenth in a messed up messed up way with adding several other holidays in that month. all right, setting you up for failure, all right, just as they set you up for failure as anything else, all right. You get Black History Month, which is the so-called Black History Month, the shortest month, and a whole bunch of wicked shit going on, all right. You continue to fall for this devil's wicked ass devices, all right, and his holidays, all right. He's celebrating his domination and his conquering of the nation.
Right.
All right. The nation of Israel. All right. And all his holidays. All right. From fucking Christmas to 4th of July, Labor Day, and everything.
The nation
Halloween.
go off, you know, each time they go into that spirit, you know.
God, this devil has no care for you. But you're gonna sit here and say, "Oh, thank goodness for America."
Right. God bless America.
Man, God damn America. All right? God damn America.
That's what they try to say though. You know? Knowing damn well that's not that's not scriptural.
Right.
It's actually the opposite.
And who was that? Obama's.
That's them flipping, turning the things upside down.
God. And it was Obama's pastor who had said that. God, not God bless America. God damn America. All right, and he was right. Here it is. This was the president's pastor. All right, telling all the bullshit that goes on. All right, even though we don't adhere to all that.
Right.
But nevertheless. All right, go ahead.
I got another screen.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter."
God, woe unto you that do this wicked and foul thing. All right, because to put darkness for light and turning of things upside down, hey, it's an abomination unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. This is no different. All right, from you sitting on your fucked up high horse, looking down and laughing at the children of Israel.
This is back in 2 Thessalonians 2:4. It says, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High."
Right, this motherfucker is a liar. All right, a liar, putting himself as the Most High, exalting himself as if he was the Most High. All right, and he does that through his technocracy. All right, he does that through he does that through his unrighteous decrees, his lawful system. Salaki, his unlawful system. All right, prescribing grievousness. All right, having no respect for the poor, the widow. All right, the lowly. All right, here it is. You set up everything to be adverse to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, turning everything upside down. And that's why you will pay for the atrocities that you have committed unto his name first and foremost, his people secondly, and the planet. All right, and the other nations, but chiefly for the nation of Israel. And it's not that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai cares about these other nations like that. It's that you continue the everything being out of fucking order. All right, but it is chiefly and singularly, all right, for the nation of Israel and his namesake, first and foremost.
Right, because everybody else is just the extra in this movie, you know, in this film that the Most High has directed. All right, I'm gonna continue on a couple of that, and then we'll do that. This is verse 5. "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things." All right, and now ye know that what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in this time. And who's being revealed? The wicked. Okay, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right, and this devil got to be taken out the way. All right, and we're not gonna do it. All right, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
God. Hey, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is gonna take him out the way, and you 2/3 niggas. All right.
Verse 8, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, all right, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
God. Hey, Yahweh Shemi Shai revealed you, exposed you, and gonna put you and decimate your system. All right, decimate your ideology. All right, your philosophy. All right, he's gonna lay it waste.
And actually start at 4.
This is Nahum 3, starting at 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot,
Because the amount,
The multitude, the increasing, as it says, Yahweh Shai's voice is as a multitude of waters.
there's a multitude of sins that have
Right.
been followed. Salakia. Just to point that out. You fucking devils. Hey, and that's ultimately too because you continue the affliction of Israel. You have them going up whichever way, and that blood is on your hands.
Yeah, but so that perpetual hatred.
God. Go ahead, Salakia.
the mysteries of witchcraft that settles nations through her whoredoms.
Witchcraft that settles nations through her whoredoms. All right, this whole fucking place of America is nothing but a witch's brew pot. All right, it's full of defiled, unrighteousness, unrighteous decrees, defiled meat, food. All right, philosophies. Everything is sorcery.
Everything's a curse or a seance.
God.
They got you. And their sorceries go back to what? That pharmakia. Okay, that's one of their main sorceries that they use.
God.
Getting Jake, hooked on whatever prescription.
Hey, hooked on pills, hooked on alcohol, hooked on weed. It doesn't matter. All right. Yeah. How about Shimi Al Shai? All right. Understands that, hey, this was a prescription set up. All right. So you doing those abominable things, all right, puts you farther from the Most High. All right. Hey, if the Spirit's on you, let it be on you. All right. If that very thing is setting you back from receiving the word, then it's time to give that shit up. All right. Whether it be alcohol, whether it be weed, all right, whether it be pills, whether it be fucking women, all right, whatever it is that's setting you back from coming unto Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, it's time for you to give it up. It's about high time to wait. All right, here it is. You're not understanding that the world, as you know it, is about to fucking end. All right, it's about to change. All right, what is it? The Icky Vicky. All right, the Icky Vicky changed your fucking perspective on life. All right, you're over here walking around with fucking masks and so on and so forth.
Right. What did Biden just say? So there's going to be another lockdown.
Right. So if there's going to be another one, how much more are you going to be fucked up? How much more?
And now they know how you're going to act.
Right.
But the thing is, they're not going to have everything in stores that they did because the stores ain't been replenished yet.
God, and I'm going to get this for you because you called it out. Salakia. This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. And it reads, Salakia. And it reads, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. And we know that to be the devil. All right. The white man. All right. Esau, Edom. All right. And his fucking minions. All right. His minions are the other nation and definitely the 2/3 of our nation. All right. Go ahead, continue on that.
And families through her witchcraft. Verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts, and I will discover their skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thou nakedness, and the kingdoms thou shame.
Oh, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said he will show your nakedness, and the kingdoms your shame. He is against you. All right. Just hey, is it not a shame if you got family or even family and friends come over to the house, all right, and you they walk in and your wife or your son or your daughter or yourself is walking through the house naked, is it not a shame? You were exposed. All right? Yeah, how about Shimei Shai is doing the same? He caught you in this fucking house.
Somebody, you're really not supposed to be naked in front of nobody. So that's more of a a metaphor because you're bare. You're vulnerable. You're exposed. Everything's can be seen.
God.
That when in Genesis it said Adam and Eve were naked before the Lord. That's really talking about that Yahweh was able to see their sin.
God.
So all these sins and all these abominable acts that these devils do and the unrighteous laws that they put in place, they're being seen, by the people.
Right. And this is exactly why, exactly why you have fucking shit. It's exactly why how about Shimei Shai, all right, speaks in parables. All right. He makes it plain upon tables so it can be interpreted so you can get it. All right. If you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, all right, you have to watch and you have to study and show thyself approved. Okay. So if you're watching and you continue to understand that we are in that very time, all right, there is nothing that is going to save you from this time. All right, but Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
Right, that's why it's going back into this devil coming down with great wrath because he knows it's time. He knows that he's being exposed right now. He knows that when the nation of the elect of Israel wakes up, hey, he ain't got much time left. He knows when these prophecies play out. Okay, he's counting the prophecies like us on the left-hand side though. I want to jump back in Second Thessalonians. So
I got something after that.
Start back at 8. And 2 Thessalonians 2:8 says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yeah, how about Shimei Shai is going to destroy 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. If you do not hearken unto the word of Yahweh Shimei Shai, you will learn death by pain, by thermonuclear fire, by pestilence, by car crash, all right, by the sword, by a gun, by a rat, a cat, a dog. You have a jabillion ways to fucking die. You pick one, all right, because Yahweh Shimei Shai has your fucking number. Right. You fucking wicked ass niggas.
Right, but see, he tied and you're a part of the wicked, which really the wicked is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. But since you came unto them and followed their direction, and followed them, hey, that's why you're gonna die like them too.
And we've been quoting it all day. I'm just gonna have him pull it. Yeah, pull it right now.
John 8:44.
You're looking at me.
Ye are of your father the devil.
Ye are of your father the devil. All right, so you continue to do the same thing that the so-called white man does. Esau Edom. All right, you continue after his ways, follow after his philosophies, love on his system, and do everything that he wants you to do. Go ahead, continue.
And the lust of the father you will do.
And the lust of the father you will do. So you will adhere to everything that he tells you. Be a good little nigga. Be a good little spick. All right? Be good and do what I tell you to do. Go ahead.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a murderer from the beginning. And who is he talking about? As Cain killed Abel, it's that same spirit. All right? It's that same spirit back here to fuck you up once again. All right? Go ahead.
And abided not in the truth.
And abided not in the truth. He was a fucking liar from the beginning. And you continue to believe his bullshit. Time after time, thinking everything's going to be all right. I stay in my lane. All right? George Floyd and everybody stayed in their lane. And them motherfuckers died just like dogs in the street. All right? They don't care about you. But you continue to stay in your ways. So you will die. Go ahead.
Because there's no truth in them.
There's no truth in them. You follow after the same old fucking routine. You're following in the same old fucking trap. All right? Here it is. You know everything about nothing. You know everything about nothing.
Nothing that matters, you know. Be not, brought out, you know, the lesson we did earlier. Be not concerned, or be not ashamed when it concerns thy soul.
God.
All right, this concerns your soul. All right, see, this devil can only kill your body. All right,
Fear him who can destroy body and soul. Roughly paraphrasing scripture.
right. Look at Matthew.
God.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. It's his own damn self. All right? He was a liar from the beginning, and he abided in the same thing.
Right.
All right? He's fucking. Oh, go ahead.
I'm grabbing this song.
Oh, man.
For he is a liar and the father of it.
For he's a liar and the father of it. This is the same fucking devil who has continued to keep you down and oppress you time after time. But you're his child. All right? Because you love being at the bottom. You love being equally yoked with this fucking devil. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai said his nation, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled birds thereof. All right? You are above all people, above the Chinese man, above the Arab man, all right? Above the Hindu man, all right? Above all, not some, all right? So take pride in what you are, all right? Take pride in being a part of the greatest nation, all right, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Right, knowing that, you know, we really where that greatness comes from is the power of all powers.
God.
You know, the only power, the only true living power. Okay.
Hey, to have his name bestowed upon us, Yasharallah. All right. And if how much does Yahweh Bashem Yahushai love his name? All right. He said, I do this not for you. Pursuant to the book of Deuteronomy, I believe it's I want to say Deuteronomy 7. But he says, if somebody want to get that, said, I do it not for you, but I do it for my name's sake. All right. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai bestowed his name upon us. How much love is that he has for us if he loves his own name? All right. Yeah, that's what I was. It was all up in the ear.
I ain't got bit on there.
All right.
Hey.
Got it. I believe it's Deuteronomy. Yeah. For my name. Yep, that'll work.
This is Psalms 23:3. He restoreth my soul and leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Right. It's all for his name's sake. All right. This is the reason why he's restoring the nation of Israel. All right. Because he had made a promise unto our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. This is why we are being restored, all for his name's sake. All right. Because he loved us. He chose us. We didn't choose him. All right. Yeah.
I want to grab this precept
God.
you know, because the liar, you know, going back to John 8:44, you know, that he was a liar from the beginning. You know, he's abode not in the truth. You know, so pretty much those lies is coming back to kick him in his own ass. This is Psalm 64 and verse 8. It says, "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away."
God, you should make those. Hey, you shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All right, to continue hey, to further expose them. All right. Hey, he's having the devil expose himself. All right, time after time. How many times have you seen them trip up? Just like the bitch that tripped up about the Roe v. Versus Wade.
It is a great, and she was scared to say it, but she knew she had to say it.
Right.
You know, that's why, you know, she stuttered like that to play that off. But you know, that's what was really written in the script. And she said, you know, today, and who she had behind her? Nero himself. You know. You know, what she said was, you know, this is a great victory today for white life.
Right. So,
and when she read it, she was like, it was a great victory today for white life.
Right. So here it is. You see, hey, this devil is exposing themselves, and the tongue followed upon them. All right. Hey, and this is just a small case.
Right. And you know that you know they didn't want, you know, the reason why they want well, there's two things. They don't care about, you know, the people on this tribe or on this side if they go and get as many abortions as they can. They don't care about them. They're trying to preserve themselves.
Right. That's because their numbers are falling.
Now, what does that do when they set that law into place? You know, everybody's rushing to go get one. Everybody that got one, oh, this is the last time that I'm gonna be able to get it.
Right. Hey.
I better do it now. You wicked, you know, you wicked bitches just fall into that.
Hey, that's spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. Hey, that's to perpetuate. Hey, and that's the spirit too that you said that, because on July 5th, all right, July 5th, once again, they turn that on. Think about how many abortions are being performed.
And everybody gonna go to these other states,
right?
You know, to California and New York. You know, the elder from the Dallas camp, he posted a video, you know, that it was like the devil, you know, Satan speaking out on, you know, you seen that? And you know, but he was saying it's true. It's like a little comedy short, but what the devil's saying is true, and then he's calling out, you know, everybody who's tied to their conglomerate, you know. Yeah, he called out. He was like, you got an evil laugh, and you know, pretty much that everybody that he named out, you know, all the celebrities and people that he named out, they're all, you know, under the beast system. They're all, you know, really, you know, playing the puppet to whoever's pulling the strings, which is the elites. Just this is the same reason why Beyonce got a red horse on her new album, or was it a Vogue magazine? Right. And
that got several different pictures on her album, her new album.
Right. But she riding a red horse, you know, or a black horse. Either one is all in red.
Right.
You know what that is in prophecy. The black horse, you know, it's famine.
Yep.
Right. The times that we're in right now.
If it was a red horse, that's death. Right. Esau Edom. And that's what he's coming with that sword. All right.
Right. To kill you. Now let's get back into Second Thessalonians.
These fucking things.
Right. They getting on me right now. I feel like, damn, Second Thessalonians 2 and verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right, because
no, you can go ahead and break it.
I mean, goodness. Who's coming after the works of Satan? All right, because who, you know, is their father Satan, and their physical counterpart is Esau Edom. All right. Verse 2 scripts, right? Huh?
Like tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll stop at 11. 12. Verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. That's talking about you 2/3. Falling in his snare.
right? Hey, loving his system. And it's essentially because you really do truly love his system. All right. You think that this is the end all be all and that there is nothing after this. All right. That it cannot get any better. That's why most of you Jakes haven't even left out of the country. All right, because hey, everybody wants to come to America, and you're American.
Hey, what's going on right now? A lot of Americans
You're going to Mexico.
they crossing back that border.
Right.
They gonna have to climb that wall Trump built.
Right.
You know, because what they're trying to do now is combine combine the
hey, that's the purge.
the southern.
Yeah, that's the purge.
In the new purge.
Yep, that's the newest purge. That was the last purge. Yep, that was the last purge. Forever purge. Yep, that was the forever purge.
Everybody had to run to Mexico.
Yep.
All right. Now they run to Mexico because of the economic state.
Right.
And then they're not living in the ghettos over there. They living in the nice beachfront properties.
Hey, but what did Mexico say? Mexico said they're having a housing crisis, all right, because they were never expecting this influx,
Right.
all right, and they're running out of materials.
Right, but that's why they're with the movement of what George Bush Sr. was trying to do and combine the Americans. Because what's going to be the benefit for America combined with Mexico and the Southern Americas? The benefit of it is that they get the cheaper labor.
Right.
Now they get the cheap labor, and then you ass out of a job.
Sure. Hey, it's to create that numero too. All right, to have that currency, have all their currencies, and to basically inflate, the American economy. All right, to prop it up.
Verse 2 Thessalonians 11 or 2:11, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness.
God, how about Shimi Al-Shai sent you a strong delusion, all right, not to believe this. All right, ultimately because you weren't chosen, all right. You weren't chosen to believe on the name of Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai in these prophecies, all right, that you could not see it. All right, it was hidden from you. All right. Keep yeah. Go
down.
Yeah, one down.
But we are down to 2 points.
Like,
No, that was it on that.
I thought you went down to 12. That was 12.
Yeah, that was 12.
Oh God, I thought it was 11 still. I thought there was still one more.
No, that was 12. The strong delusion that they should reply that they all might be damned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just run together in
Right.
my mind.
And that's like all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, and look at second Esdras.
Hey. Want to grab Isaiah? Grab Isaiah for me, 10 and 12. Oh, Karatazak, grab that. I got something for you to grab in a second. And you're going to grab Isaiah 15.
Isaiah 10 and 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass that the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem. Is that the wing one?
13.
Come. This is Isaiah 10 and 13. For he said, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures. I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man.
God, who was that? Who was it to do this very thing? All right, that was Esau Edom. All right, to go ahead and continue the affliction that has been caused in the offense. All right, continuous offense that he has done unto the nation of Israel, that perpetual hatred. All right, that perpetual hatred that was given. All right, as he said in the book of Genesis, chapter 27 or 27:41, or is it 28:41? I will slay my brother Jacob. Is
Genesis
Genesis
28.
28 and 41, right?
Right.
Yeah, 28 and 41. All right. That's that same perpetual hatred that he has kept over time.
Right.
All right, throughout time.
27.
27 and 41. Yeah.
So Isaiah 13, verse 6. How ye, for the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is at hand.
So hallow ye. All right. Listen up. All right. Hallow ye. Listen up. The day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is at hand. All right. Here it is that very times and the signs we were given to watch for are at hand. Okay, go ahead.
It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
It shall come as a destruction from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua this very time. All right. The day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is a day of darkness and not light. You see yourself on this sign? So-called Negro, Latino, Native American? You're Kemet? So you have Ham? You have Ham?
Because there's a difference between the so-called Negro or the so-called black man and an African.
Right.
Did you know that? Okay.
So you see yourself on this sign?
This one. Because the people who ignorantly call Jesus Christ, whose true name is Yahweh Shai, he was a so-called black man.
His name was the root? No.
It's
No,
Kemet.
that's Egyptology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you read the book
everything
of the
is
dead.
Egypt. It's on God I do. Why don't you?
All right, so who's your power?
Energy is divine science.
Yeah,
Who's
well,
Jehudi? He's Thoth.
Who's your
Who's
Yahweh?
Sosatha? Ain't nobody.
Who's Yahweh?
Huh?
Who's Yahweh?
Jehudi, boy.
Hey, we ain't even gonna go there.
let's go.
We bring it out. We bring it out. We gonna get on that because we know they don't want to dialogue. But let's prove it through the scriptures. All right.
This is Isaiah 34 and 16. Seek ye out. No, sorry. Let me go. This is Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider.
Right. His people don't know. His people don't consider. They follow after these vain philosophies, and these false doctrines.
Right. And
All right.
everything was prophesied in the books to do that.
Right.
That our people would be covered by gross darkness.
Right. Hey, here it is that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has one language and has given one language. All right. Sanskrit. All right. Which goes back to the Paleo Hebrew. All right. So,
And all the origin stories, they go back to the Bible.
God.
They're just another version of it.
Hey, that's just like that. Whatchamacallit? The virgin birth.
Right. Verse 4 says, "Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord and have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
God.
They are gone away backward."
They have gone away backwards. They provoked Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to anger, all right, with their vain philosophies, all right, with their wayward doctrines, all right, continuing to think that they actually are on one accord with the power, all right, when it is that these are nothing but false idols, snares and traps laid unto you, all right. Wisdom of Solomon. False idols. There's a wisdom of Solomon. Baruch, Salakia.
That's our nation in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Not knowing, where they come from and who they belong to. All right, not knowing the power, of Yahweh Bashim Shah.
Who they are and whose they are.
Right? That's the ultimate power. Everything else is ordained from the Most High. It's like 4 or something. No, it's not 4. No, it's in Ecclesiastes. Right?
Salakia. Salakia. This will start proving the point. And you can look for it. Look for it for me. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 9 and verse 1, and it reads, "Rejoice not, O Israel, for joy as other people, for thou hast gone whoring from the power. Those have loved a reward upon every cornfield. The floor and the winepress shall not feed them, and the new wine shall fall in her. They should not dwell in Yahweh's land, but Ephraim shall return unto Egypt." Salakia, that was the wrong one. Salakia, that was the wrong one. It was Wisdom of Solomon? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. It's so hard. Want to bring that up?
Yeah, I'm just. I don't know where to start.
Just read up a little bit.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 14. I'll start at 8. It says, "But they." That's not it.
Okay.
For the worshiping of idols, not is to be man. No, I don't know where it's at. I thought it was in Peru. But just
It's
what's the quote you want to, or the script that you were thinking about?
it's in you can look in
This key phrase.
key phrases files you know not what you worship. All right, and then it is the false idols. Yeah, for the idols have spoken God. So there's Zechariah 10 and 2.
And I got John 4.
God.
You want everybody to bring that up?
Yeah.
This is John 4.
Starts out, right?
Oh, you're talking about the woman at the well?
No.
So that's what that's from. It's not worshiping Samaritans.
Oh, God. Yeah. Quran.
So what? You want to start up?
Yeah, start up. Is it one verse before?
Yeah, I was trying to say that the women believe me in the hour coming.
Right. Yep.
You want to start there?
Yep. Let's go.
This is John 4 and 21. It says, "Yahweh Shah saith unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh, when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father."
So believe me, all right, that the woman knows not what she worship. All right. Hey, you know not what you worship. You worship ideology. All right.
You got to kind of go into the background of the story.
That's what I was just about to do.
This is when Yahweh Shah was speaking
To the woman
to
in the
the
well.
Samaritan, who was the woman at the well. The background to that is that the Samaritan, they were apostate Jews.
Right.
You know, so they were fake Jews,
In the
people
land.
of another nation, you know, who were pretty much poser Israelites,
Right.
posing, you know, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua.
Such as the gutter rats are over there right now.
Right. That's the new day and age. The issues, you know, they're the new day and age apostate Jews.
Right. And so that they know not what they worship. All right. Same thing as most of these people falling on these false philosophies and this Christianity doctrine and Egyptology, all this. All right. It is all false. All right. Unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Because that actually goes, you know, Egyptology, you know, from my knowledge of it, it goes back to German, you know, to German, you know, Germans created it.
Right.
And then their whole bugged out doctrine,
God.
you know, of a man, you know, ejaculating this world that we live in today.
Right. You got something, boss?
You got a question, you know, feel free to ask. Verse 20, back in verse 21, it says, when ye shall neither, wait, come on, verse 22, ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
God, salvation is of Jews. So how could salvation or anything else be for anybody else?
All
All right.
This woman was, again, posing as a, this book, we're reading the
King
King
Bible,
James version of the Bible,
16
and then this is the King James version of the Apocrypha. So the 1611 King
Who wrote
James
those?
version, King James. You know who King James was? No, he was a so-called black man.
Just like
Right.
everybody that started the world before Neanderthal white people came through.
Right, but I mean, there was people with lack of pigment, you know, in the ancient day too. You know, now everybody was of a darker skin all at one
was
time.
validated. Correct.
And then they moved over to Eastern or Western Asia. Mark of the Beast, 6'6". All right.
And so we know, you know, the earth, you know, started with melanated people. You know, started with in Mesopotamia, the landmass of Africa. You know. All right, but so let's get back into it. All right, verse 22: ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship.
God, we know what we worship. All right. We know that we worship the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Allah Shadia. All right. The ones that actually that took Egypt down. All right. Here it is. Egypt had a fear and had plagues put upon them. All right. And that power that put it upon them is the power of Israel, which is Yahweh.
So you know, when he said, you know not what you worship, right? Because really her prayers go to she was a Samaritan, so it goes to a false idol. You know, she prays to you know, whoever the Canaanite god is, or the or Baal. You know, she was praying to one of them. All right, thinking, but she thought that, you know, she was of, and she knew she was a poser,
Right.
because that was their history. You want me to read down?
Yeah, read down.
Verse 23, but the hour cometh, and now is when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
God, now the hour cometh where you get to know who you are and whose you are. If you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, all right? You don't know who you worship. All right. It was Yahweh Bashim Yahushai who took out Egypt. All right. That had plagues placed upon Egypt. That Egypt fell. All right. By darkness. All right. By pestilence. All right.
People were in captivity.
God.
You know, under the Egyptians.
We were in captivity under the Egyptians, but delivered by Yahweh. All right. The Most High. All right.
For the Father seeketh such to worship him. And who's that such? His elect.
God.
All right. Verse 24.
That's all right.
The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
God, worship him in spirit and truth. All right. As a matter of fact, since we've talked about Egypt, let's go with the destruction of Egypt. what's going to happen again. Matter of fact, let's go to the new Egypt. Let's go ahead and get to the new Egypt, new Babylon. All right, Rome 2.0, because this is AKA Sodom and Gomorrah, AKA Rome 2.0, AKA Egypt. All right, that's why Egyptology, hey, is big right now, because this is Egypt. All right, this is your bondage all over again. This is your false philosophy and your doctrine that you keep on believing on. All right, let's go ahead. Right. You believe on that white boy doctrine. That's exactly right. You believe on that white boy doctrine. That's exactly right. Right. He wasn't Ethiopian. He was not. Prove it to me. Prove it to me.
Yeah, so
Show me in scripture.
How do you know Jesus was an Ethiopian?
Show me in scripture that Jesus was an Ethiopian. It's all in your melanin. It's all in your melanin. It's all in your spirit. All right. Okay.
How you get a dark complexion?
Let's prove it.
Don't let some white boy tell you from King James.
Prove it. King James was black.
Boy,
King James was black.
Your granny all got
King James was black.
motherfucking reading some King James. Why you reading that bullshit?
Yeah, that was called the slave Bible. The slave Bible. Slave Bible.
This is a heritage.
This is a heritage. We are of the nation of Israel. If you're so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you're a part of it too, whether you accept it or deny it. Whether you accept it or deny it, it's not about what you want. It's not about what you care about. It's what the Most High tells you you are.
The black land of kin to follow everything that is in guideline in the
Most High, Yahweh. Yahweh. Yahweh.
The thing is, y'all never had the book broken down.
We don't praise women. We don't praise women.
respect your mama. You don't respect the mama who wiped your ass. You don't respect the mama who wiped your ass. Your mom's beneath you. Your mama's beneath you. That's what you just said. That's why you're reading some fucking script. You don't need no script. All you need to do is look at the fucking stars, boy. Oh God, why you laughing? This shit's fucking facts.
You don't gotta prove nothing.
Oh God, why you saying this so nasty ass cute? Why you so nasty ass cute trying to say damn shit?
Two different things. When you're praying to a non-existent guy in the sky. When you're meditating, you're getting into it with your
Let's dialogue. Let's dialogue. One question at a
They rape
time,
little
right?
boys, they rape little girls, they do all that shit. Fuck your Catholicism, boy. I don't give a fuck. You reading King James. You reading King James. You reading King James, son. Fuck your King
We
James.
don't go after Catholics.
Fuck your King James. From Mother Africa, boy. From Mother Africa.
You're right.
Oh God,
We are. We are.
That's cool.
Who's Africa? What is Africa?
Believe.
My oppressors.
Okay.
What is
Your
Africa?
King James, boy. Africa is Jehudi. Nothing but. Nothing but. And Shasha. And Sha'asha, boy. And Ra.
You good?
And a star.
You good? Just keep on smoking.
Boy, go look through your history.
I know my history. It's all good.
Look it up, boy.
It's all
If
good.
you don't believe in the Bible, we don't have nothing to talk about.
The Bible is fake. Hey, the
If that's what you
Hey,
believe,
see, that's what
that's
y'all
cool.
Where
believe.
did the Bible come from? Where did the
That's
Bible
cool.
come from?
Huh?
Who wrote the
Who
Bible?
wrote the Bible?
Yeah, who wrote it?
The Most High did.
Who's the most high?
Yahweh.
Who is Yahweh?
Who's
You know
Yahweh?
the
Who's
fucking
Yahweh?
So you know who the
It's actually Yahweh, by the way.
It's not
Not,
Yahweh.
yeah, it's definitely Yahweh.
If I show you the ancient Paleo Hebrew,
Why should you have to show me? You should be it. You're a god yourself, right? Do you believe yourself is a god?
You know who Ma'at is? Ma'at wrote the Bible, boy. It's your mama. It's your mama, boy. Oh God, boy. It's your black mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Believe in what you want to believe. Believe in
All the way
what
to
you
the
want to
sands
believe.
bush. All the way to the sands bush, boy.
That's the thing. That's the thing. People believe. They want you to believe. What do you believe in? Where do you guys think you guys are gonna go when you die?
we believe in the testimony
No, answer my question. Where do you guys think you're gonna die? Where are you guys gonna be? Where?
We just told you.
Where?
We believe on Yahweh Shem El Shai. Where are we going to go?
Where are you gonna go when you die?
testimony is the testimony of prophecy.
Where are you gonna go when you
Grounded
die?
in Revelation
Where
19.
we're going to go?
And,
We go back to the spiritual realm. right? Spiritual right to return. To return.
You don't need a word from you don't need Johnny Tyson.
In Revelations 19.
You just need to look at your mama and your daddy and respect it, especially your mama.
And he said it to me,
You don't need
"See,
no
don't
ego
do it now.
boosting book
I am the
to follow some type of,
and of the
I don't
brethren
know,
that have the
see,
testimony of
disrespecting
Yahushua,
everybody, right?
worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of
No,
prophecy."
you're reading Set's book, boy. You know what Set is? It's illusion.
And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said it to me, "See thou do it not. I am the fellow servant, and of them brethren that testimony of Yahushua worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy."
Hey, the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, to come out and prophesy and tell you that, hey, America is falling. You doing what you're doing right now is going to lead you unto death.
Right? What's the word prophecy mean?
To tell before.
Right? To tell you before it happens.
All right?
I ain't even gonna entertain. Don't even
No,
entertain.
No, go ahead. Go get those.
Like what it's called.
The women be subject to their husbands, right? Hey, said the demons was gonna come out. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has not failed, has not let down. All right, prophesying out on the highways and byways and getting these demons. All right, we know what the body entails. All right, resist the devil and he shall flee. But we're gonna make a point. All right, through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Now, if they want to deal in decency and order, then we'll get back to it. All right? Yeah. Or I mean, go ahead.
For the husband as a head.
God.
No, this is Ephesians 5:22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord.
God, Ephesians 5:2. Wives, submit yourself unto your own husbands. All right? Because the man is over the woman. All right? The man is over the woman. Who was made first? Was it Adam or was it Eve? All right. So it goes to show you that Yahweh, all right, what goes to show you Yahweh has created man. All right. And woman is in the likeness of man. That's why she's called woman. All right. Woman. All right. She's made in the likeness of a man. All right. To be a servitude unto her husband. All right.
Verse 23, for the husband is the head of the wife.
For the husband is the head of the wife. The husband is the head of the wife. You don't let no woman lead you, tell you where to go. All right? Only woman that leads you and tell you where to go is your mother when you're a child. But when I was a child, I thought as a child. But now that as I'm a man, I put away childish things. All right? And that's putting away the philosophy that your mother stays over you. You rule your household and your woman follows behind you.
Right, because that was set up by what? The Willie Lynch letter.
Your Willie Lynch letter has deceived you and made your woman over you.
No, the woman should be over.
Should your woman be over you?
So you guys commit
Don't
sin,
read the Willie Lynch letter.
We all sin.
What do you do?
We all sin.
What do you do
You don't love your woman?
make sure you're better?
You don't
People
respect
call
me,
you
bro?
Pipton.
He's on boxing around.
Let
I'm a,
it answer him, and then we go to you.
you got a gut, but you need to do some yoga first. What's your girl? What's your girl, my dude? What's my girl?
Hey, but my woman likes it. That's all you got to worry about. No, my girl ain't over me. You're the one who said a woman's over you, and I'm telling you, your woman's supposed to be subject.
Where'd you come from?
Your woman be subject.
Did you come from your
Subject your woman's be unto you. You don't have control over your woman. That's the difference. That's
We
the
in heaven
difference.
every day.
That's the
We
difference.
be
I'm
in
in
heaven
heaven.
every day.
I'm in heaven right now.
Where you
Why?
at?
Because I got the word of
Where you
Yahweh.
at? You reading the King James Bible, son.
Rebuke
You
you.
reading the King James
All right,
Bible.
so
He's not in
King
heaven.
James is proving you wrong and will
No,
prove
you
you
wrong.
wrong.
Jehovah
Every
proves
time.
everybody wrong.
Go ahead.
Jehudi
Get
and Ma'atlah.
You ain't brought nothing
No,
else.
Ma'atlah, and Jehudi.
Where's your
So
higher?
wait.
Where's your higher?
So it's not.
Hold on.
No.
Right, you guys, everybody's supposed to. You guys are supposed to be following that, right? Why do you still sin if you're supposed to be following that?
Looking at something.
But God was perfect, right? perfect. Oh,
He's perfect.
And what? See, okay, so
No,
but
but it's just
come back,
something to
come
who-
back.
That's the only respect you need for
You ain't
marriage.
prove nothing to me. Come back.
We're waiting on you to prove something so we
I
can
don't
know
know how you got hyped off that. I don't know how you got so hyped off that.
I have
So,
adrenaline.
what's your point?
I have adrenaline in my body. That's what makes me happy. I live my life.
I know how to
I love life.
He had to endure the stress of this
It's good, but so
Just
what,
like-
why you get hyped
how
off
you
that?
lost, and he's more. I
My
said,
vibrations are higher than you guys.
oh God, that's basically it. You don't want to explain anything.
I'm
You
in,
don't have to
I'm in
explain
tune with the
anything.
universe more than a word.
How about we just look? What's the sun? Let's just start from the sun, and then how you got to here right
It
now.
made me what?
That made you happy.
The revelation?
Or
It wasn't no revelation.
I said something
You know what the revelation is?
that God is perfect, right?
Yeah.
You know what the revelation
so, okay,
is? My
so-
right hand.
If God
My
is perfect and he wants
My
his
right hand.
disciples and his prophets to be perfect and go along his book, why aren't
You
you?
know what
guys?
the revelation is? I'm proof.
Because we're in these
We're under these curses.
What does
We're
that
going to the book of
mean? What does that
Deuteronomy.
mean?
My
If you follow the book, that means you should not sin. You should not. There should be no mess ups.
You know what else?
Wonder of a curse.
It's solar wind.
Let's get Deuteronomy.
It's solar.
Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. All right. Let's pull the curses. 28.
The black hole.
I ain't heard that before. Where'd you get that? So let me ask you.
Think about it. Think about your words.
No,
right
no.
now.
I
What
don't
do you
need
think
to.
about that? Why
I ain't
not?
gotta prove. I don't gotta
You don't
answer.
know science?
I was asking you what. I don't believe in science
Why?
because science is
What's your
false.
saliva?
Science is man-made.
Same as your Bible.
No,
A
it's
white
not.
man wrote your Bible.
No, it's not.
What are you talking about?
These
Putting
are
words on a
translated.
paper is science. Everything
Deuteronomy,
is science.
Chapter 11 and verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of Yahweh, your power, which I command you this day, and a curse if you will not obey the commandments of Yahweh, your power. But turn aside out of the way which I commanded you this day to go after other gods which ye have not known. And this is exactly what you go after. You don't know Yahweh. All right. You don't know his son, Yahweh Shai. You follow after your own vain lust and continue in your wickedness. All right. This is why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to destroy 2/3 of our nation. All right. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans will die by death, by pain, through famine, through pestilence. It does not matter. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will put you niggas to death. All right. Whether you respect it, hear it, or not. All right. He is not a respecter of persons. Man, woman, child, grandpa, uncle, it doesn't matter. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is not a respecter of persons. Let's get the no, we don't speak in tongues. Oh yeah, I don't have to tell you shit. You're not listening, homie. Go to 28.
Deuteronomy 28?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah.
28 and 48.
Deuteronomy 28
No,
and verse 48. You want to start at 45?
yeah, start at 45.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded.
God. So we are destroyed as a nation because we did not adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments that were set forth. As we had went off, all right, when we disobeyed the so-called 10 commandments, all right, which there's 613 laws that we disrespected, all right, out of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We entered that covenant with blood, all right? So that blood covenant that we entered made us binded with the word. All right.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
It should be upon thee for a sign and a wonder and a seed, and upon your seed forever. That's why you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans continue in the same hell. All right, continue the same perpetual traps that you keep on falling into. All right, you might have a ability to have a apartment that's no different from your slave cottage. All right, even the slaves had to have a certain amount of living status. All right, and there's no different today. They give you just enough so you can survive. All right, whether you have a 1,000, 2,000, 40,000 in the bank, you're nothing but a slave. All right, you go to a job, you're still an employee. All right, you're still under slavery. Go ahead, continue.
47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Abundance of all things. Comes the abundance of all things. Slave mentality it was called the Slave Bible. All right, the Slave Bible, look it up. Slave Bible. All right, go ahead and read that again.
Verse 47, because thou servest not the Lord thy power.
Because you serve not the Lord your power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai,
with joyfulness
and
gladness of heart.
All right, to do it willfully, to be glad doing it. Continue.
For the abundance of all things.
For the abundance of all things. Right. To receive all things.
Right.
To receive kingdom. All things, the kingdom. All right.
Power. True power.
Go ahead.
Power. Verse 47, or verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Therefore you should serve your enemies in want of all things, hunger, nakedness, and thirst. Hey, and please believe that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is manifesting a famine. A famine is coming and looming. All right, niggas is gonna starve. All right, hyperinflation is coming. All right, women and children, men are gonna die. All right, here it is. They got it for your women that you hold such a high esteem. They have a tampon shortage.
That's why
all right,
that's why your
everything's running out.
Your Smith's grocery store ain't got food in it.
All right,
you got to go to 5 different stores to get a full cart of grocery, and then you can't even pay your rent if you do that.
God, hyperinflation. Go ahead and continue. There's more on that. All right.
So then he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
He should put a yoke of iron upon your neck. All right. Hey, if you look it up on the internet and say yoke of iron, you'll see a so-called Negro, all right, with a yoke of iron upon his neck. All right.
Like in that movie Antebellum.
Exactly. Hey, and continuing on, taking it back to Egypt when you were back in chains. All right. You were the ones who built those pyramids. The Israelites built those pyramids. All right.
Through that hard bondage in Egypt.
With rigor. All right.
I got a precept.
Hey, repent, repent.
This is Hosea 4 and 6.
Repent and come back unto your power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Keep on telling y'all. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not playing with y'all.
Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
My people are destroyed from lack of knowledge because you care not to hear the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, to the men he set forth out on the highways and byways to tell you. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Because you have rejected the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and the knowledge, he's going to reject you. All right? That's when you'll die in the street. All right? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to kill you motherfuckers in the street. All right? You're going to be laid out. Men, women, and children. He is not a respecter of persons.
What does it say in Isaiah? You'll travail as a woman.
God. Hey, you're going to be crying like the women that you hold so high esteem. All right? You're going to be crying just like that bitch. Continue.
I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
I will reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest to me. All right? You will be nothing.
Because you thought it was better to go off to your own ways. All right? You thought you could follow your own way of life. All right, when the commandments, the laws that were put forth by Moses and given, put in that that Yahweh put in the hands of Moses, and then Moses relayed those to the Israelites, the people who made his covenant. All right, you rejected them and said that you had the better way to go.
God, and you still believe, hey, if you believe on this land of America and you follow after the philosophy, you follow after the philosophy of a white man. All right?
This is seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High.
You have forgotten the law of the Most High. You don't know the law, statutes, and commandments, what it takes to be a man of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You rather be a man in this world.
Right.
All right?
That's a beta sense.
John, go ahead.
I will also forget thy children.
Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai said he will forget your children. All right? Go ahead.
As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
So as we increase, we continue to sin against the Yahweh B'Shem
When
Yahushai.
he gave you the rulership over the kingdom and the dominion over man,
God,
you turned your back to him.
continued on. All right?
All right.
Continue with your wickedness and the abominations thereof.
Therefore, will I change their glory into shame. And that's how we got into this position now.
God, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai took us from the glorious spot of being his people, all right, to bringing us low so we can learn our lesson.
To be a reproach.
All right?
Okay?
A proverb, a byword, to be a so-called Negro, to be a so-called Latino, to be a so-called Native American. All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai made you low. All right? You don't have to feel bad for us. You don't have to feel bad for us at all. Hey, you keep that pity for yourself. All right? Because you're going to need it in the day to come. All right? Go ahead and pull it.
It's Proverbs 1:26. I also will laugh at your calamity.
Keep your pity for yourself.
I will mark you when you fear the
Go ahead,
calamity.
read it again.
This is Proverbs 1:26. I also will laugh at your calamity, and I will mark.
Read it.
All right, Proverbs 1:24. Because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Because I have called and you have refused. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is speaking through men out on the highways and byways, all right, and giving you doctrine, and you can go on your platforms, whether it be your YouTubes, whether it be your Odyssey, all right, you can TikToks, you can hear the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Continue.
But ye have not known all the counsel and would not of my reproof.
All right, so you didn't want to hear the counsel of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, so listen to your reproof. Go ahead.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
I will laugh at your calamity. I will laugh at your calamity. Go ahead.
I will mark you when your fear
I will
cometh.
mock you when your fear cometh. All right, so when you are dying in the street, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and his men will laugh at you. All right, will laugh at your death and destruction. Go ahead.
27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your desolations cometh as a whirlwind, when destruction and anguish cometh upon you.
When your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. All right, as a whirlwind. All right, come fast. What do you say? What did you just say? He said, "Don't judge." All right. Go ahead.
Then shall they come upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Hey, you shall seek Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in that day, and you'll remember. Hey, I remember I was out there scoffing and mocking and laughing at those men and thought I knew something. All right, but what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai did, all right, is took you down, put you in a low state. All right, continue.
For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh B'Shem
Because
Yahushai.
you hated knowledge and you did not choose the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Therefore, it will be led to your destruction. All right? Hey, we only giving the message. All right? You can, hey, whether you hear or forbear, all right, you can accept it or deny it. It don't matter to us. Either way, the blood is off our hands. All right? We shake our shoes, shake the dust. Let it be known. All right? Let's go. Let's go. You're right.
He still is.
You still a slave. All right? You stuck in your slaving and your captivity. Yeah. You stuck in your captivity.
Is you proud of that?
Yeah, he is proud of
Is
it.
that something to be proud about?
He's the house nigga
Yeah.
right now. It's okay.
I got some. This is Baruch 3 and 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
God, to all the sins of our fathers, we're answering for it. All right, because if you can receive it, we are our forefathers. All right, for everything that we have done. All right, for our reproach, we are yet still in this captivity, subject unto payment, making your house note, making your car note. All right, paying your apartment bill, paying your phone bill. All right, you are subject unto payment. All right, you got something? Right. Let's get destruction right quick, and we go ahead and close out. You can pull something Isaiah 61, Ezekiel. You know.
Let's go Romans 10.
Okay.
13.
Let's go Romans 10 and 13. Perfect. Beautiful.
I'll get Amos.
That's beautiful.
All right.
Romans 10 and 13. For whosoever shall call upon my name,
Whosoever calleth upon my name, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, the Father and the Son,
shall be hard by Shem Yahushua, shall be saved.
shall be saved. All right, you're not going to be saved by any other name. All right, Egyptology is not going to save you. Christianity is not going to save you. Buddhism is not going to save you. Hinduism is not going to save you. All right, go ahead.
14. How then shall they call on him, in whom they have not believed?
How can you call on him if you have not believed? All right, you have to have the belief. You have to have that faith. All right, continue.
And how shall they believe in him whom they have not heard?
And if you have not heard, you have to have somebody come out and teach you, to tell you the name of the Most High Yahweh and his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. All right, continue.
And how shall they hear without a preacher?
And how should they hear without a preacher? All right, if you're not hearing without a preacher, hey, how are you going to make it? All right, you can't make it if you don't know the Most High's name. All right, and his only begotten Son. All right, continue.
And how shall they preach except they did sin? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things.
Hey, how beautiful is the feet of the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai out on the highways and byways, proclaiming the downfall of this queendom. All right, and giving judgment unto his nation and every other people thereof. All right, to hearken unto the word. All right, but if you choose not to hearken unto the word, hey, it's no sweat. The blood is off of our hands. Go ahead, continue. All right.
That was Elijah. But he that have not obeyed the gospel.
Yeah.
But he that have not obeyed the gospel, for Elijah sent Yahweh Shem Yahushai, who hath believed in our report.
God, if you have not obeyed the gospel in the report, all right, the report is to give you this good news. All right, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh sending his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, back. All right, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, but 2/3 of you, after you die in death by pain, all right, in pestilence, after you die, you'll come back through the loins of the elect. All right, with your women being subject unto you as it's supposed to be. Continue.
So the faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
But the faith cometh by hearing, and hearing the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But ultimately, you niggas is blocked. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai cast you out. He don't want you. He gave you up to your own vain lust. All right, you thinking you know everything. All right, the blinders were set. Hey, the blinders were set, and the cattle was marked. All right, you're the goyim. All right, you're that flock led to the slaughter. All right, and you won't make it out. Should be one more on that.
But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into the earth, into all the earth, Shalaki, and the words unto the ends of the world.
Hey, the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is reached to the ends of the world. All right, that's why it's casting down these nations, and that's why this queendom is falling. That's why over in Egypt, that's why over in Germany and everywhere it's falling. The petrodollar is falling. All right, you niggas is about to go to war. All right, Yahweh Shimei Shai is gonna make sure y'all niggas get drafted. All right, yeah, the third world coming quickly. All right, that third world war is coming. It's knocking on your door. All right, you and your woman are gonna be there. Yahweh Shimei Shai is not a respecter of persons. That's what happens when you make your woman equal to you. All right, she wanted to be equally get your ass up and get destroyed by the will and power of Yahweh Shimei Shai.
These other nations got armies 10 times greater than ours.
Con,
Than America, because we're not a part of it.
son.
I gotta he almost done with that?
Yeah, you almost done.
No, it's fine. Let me read this real quick.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Let me read this real quick. This is Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
God, 2 parts therein. All right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and whose father's line goes back. You can look like a so-called white man, a so-called Chinese man. All right, but your seed is the seed of the father that matters, not the woman. All right, the woman is just simply an incubator for the seed. All right, the promise comes through the seed of Yahweh Shimei Shai. All right, he deals with men. All right,
Tabernacle through me.
go ahead and continue. All right, continue on that.
Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power.
Yahweh Shimei Shai said, hey, the 1/3 are going to be his people, and he will be our power. Abaratazah, we are of that number. All right, we have to be out here withstanding these devils tonight. All right, through the will and power of Yahweh Shimei Shai, Salakia, for the little combativeness back and forth, you know. But through the will and power of Yahweh Shimei Shai, hey, you Akim and Akwat that are listening, learning, will receive and get the message. All right, we're gonna go ahead and close out. All right, you got something?
Yeah.
Come. Yeah, go ahead and pull those scripts.
This is Romans 11:8 or 11:7. What then Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
So the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled bird whose father's line goes back. Matter of fact, pull that Numbers 1 and 18 for me. All right, for the father's line. All right, but have received, all right, the word and the testimony of Yahweh Shimei Shai. All right, and being that we receive the testimony, Abaratazah, we be those men. All right, we are to be above. All right, we are supposed to have a higher vibration, a higher frequency, wisdom and knowledge. All right, here it is. They're working on gigahertz. All right, and we're working on spiritual. All right.
They entrapped in these vessels. This is their chains of darkness.
God. Hey, their vessels fit unto destruction.
Let me read down to 8. Verse 8, it says, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day.
God, so they don't have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, as we said in the beginning of camp.
Right.
All right, they have no eyes to hear, eyes to see and ears to hear. All right, Yahweh Shimei Shai, make sure that everything comes back around full circle. All right. Let these mockers and scoffers, all right, Abaratazah, them niggas getting a crash, all right? They getting a crash for their mocking and scoffing, all right?
Because, you offend the children of the Most High, it's better to have, pertaining to the 24th chapter of Matthew, it's better to drown yourself with a millstone wrapped around your neck.
God, hey, I hope them and they women and the woman and their child. All right?
Unknowing.
Man, woman, and child. Everybody in that car get fucked up through the will and power of Yahweh Shimei Shai. I don't give a fuck. All right? Yahweh Shimei Shai is not a respecter of person. All right? He don't care about you disrespecting his name. All right? Sitting up here smoking weed. All right? Take your nigga ass on somewhere. All right? Go ahead and pull that. And we go ahead
Numbers
and close
1 and
out.
18. And they assembled all the congregation together and
All the congregation.
together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families for the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names.
God, after the house of their fathers. All right, the lineage. All right, the line, the seed. All right, after their fathers. All right, that's why it's not of a woman. All right, it's not of a woman. Hey, a woman is an incubator that brings forth the child. All right, once you bust seed, hey, that seed is alive. All right, and flowing. All right, if you don't have a fucked up sperm count. All right, if your sperm is fucked up, guess what happens? Your bitches don't move. All right, they're already dead. They're dead in the water. All right, your semen's dead in the water. Goes to prove that life comes through a man. All right, woman cultivates life and brings it forward. All right, but ultimately through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Oh,
From 20 years old and upward by their posts.
God,
Oh, the seed, the sperm,
God,
by their bosom, the man.
God. Hey, a woman doesn't have a pole. All right, she receives Ra. All right, she conceives. She takes. All right, she takes and then she gives.
Right.
All right, it is given from a man first, but ultimately through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's the vessel that he set the seed to be in, is the man. All right, you had something to like it.
I was going to get something to follow that up.
Hey, whatever. If the spirit's on you, bring it on. Bring it on out.
This is the second Peter 3 and verse 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts.
Hey, scoffers walking after their own lust, and that was exactly who you seen up here. All right.
Completely diluted, confused GMO baby.
Right. All the way. All the way. Don't even know what he's saying. Sitting there smoking on blunts and shit.
But yeah, when we asked him to pull something from his book to enlighten us, since he has the truth, he couldn't do it. Because at the end of the day, this is what's going to hold its ground. And we are defenders of the gospel, man.
Hey, and what did he say? He said, I don't need scripture. I need self. Right. You after that Aleister Crowley spirit. Do as I will. All right. Believe in yourself. All right. Hey, you follow the philosophy of the white man today and the white man then.
Right.
All right. Continuing on.
Because all these other religions are byproducts of what? Right. Christianity, but how the world or how the elites, use certain religions and doctrines, false doctrines. Okay. I think that's in the book of Titus.
Yeah.
Believing in science and Babylon. We ain't got to get it right now, but these are everything else, outside of the Bible, and the truth in the Bible is a doctrine constructed, by the so-called white man Esau Edom.
Right. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai speaks in parables. All right. So you may know the mysteries in the kingdom of heaven, because unto them it was not given.
Right.
All right. All right. But with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. We want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadas. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, to the Bayash Debadad, the house of David. So the next time we say Shalom, above, ETA soon, very soon. All right? Call log Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.